Hello, this is Diana Ramos from Geology 305 class on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. with Professor Pittman. I am presenting today my semester project, which I entitled The Worst Tsunami, Hurricane, and Volcanic Eruptions of the Last Century. So to start off, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Some quick catastrophic facts. The December 26, 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was caused by an earthquake, and it was thought to have had the energy of 23,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs. Yes, the epicenter of the 9.0 magnitude quake was located in the Indian Ocean near the coast of Sumatra. The tsunami resulted in at least 227,000 fatalities. So, next we have the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, how it happened, and the extent of the damage. So, tectonic plates, as we learned. In this case, the tectonic plates have been pushing against each other for thousands of years. They continue to do so now and will most likely cause underwater earthquakes and tsunamis in the future. The rupture, due to the tectonic plate movement, was more than 600 miles long. It displaced the seafloor by 10 yards horizontally and several yards vertically. So hence trillions of tons of rock moved and caused the largest magnitude earthquake in 40 years. Here are some very sad pictures of this Indian Ocean tsunami that took place in 2004. So moving on now to the last century's worst volcanic eruption, which occurred on May 18th, 1980. Some quick facts about this. 57 people died and thousands of animals were killed. More than 200 homes were destroyed and more than 185 miles of roads and 15 miles of railways were damaged. Ash clogged sewage systems, damaged cars and buildings, and temporarily shut down air traffic over the Northwest. The International Trade Commission estimated damage to timber, civil works, and agriculture to be $1 billion. So, very catastrophic. There were events that foreshadowed this volcanic eruption. Some of these events were that on March, so that's 2 months before the actual eruption, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake was recorded. March 23rd, a 4.0 magnitude earthquake shook the ground and set off a chain of smaller magnitude earthquakes, about 15 of these earthquakes per hour. This shaking then continued and began to intensify over the next couple of days. So by March 25th, seismographs were detecting an average of 3 4.0 magnitude quakes every hour. And around noon local time, March 27th, tension was released as the peak of Mount St. Helens burst open. It shot off steam 6,000 feet into the air and blasted a 250-foot wide crater through the summit. More ominous foreshadowing. Smaller eruptions continued at a rate of about 1 per hour throughout March. Then it decreased to about 1 per day in April until they stopped April 22nd. On May 7th, eruptions started back up and the rate of eruptions gradually increased for the next 10 days. By May 17th, the north side of the volcano had bulged out about 450 feet, nearly horizontally, indicating that magma was rising toward the summit of the volcano and pressure was building. So there were lots of warnings before this volcano actually erupted. Pictures when it was pre-volcano eruption. Eruption picture, another one, and that's what it currently looks like, I believe. So moving on to one of the most catastrophic hurricanes. This was Hurricane Katrina, which took place in August of 2005. Quick facts. The deaths caused by Hurricane Katrina amounted to 1,833 people. Homelessness/displacement of 400,000 people. The cost of the damage is estimated at $108 billion. So Hurricane Katrina was the costliest in U.S. history and left widespread economic impacts. Oil and gas industry operations were crippled after this storm, and coastal communities that rely on tourism suffered both loss of infrastructure and business and coastal erosion. So how was Hurricane Katrina formed? Initially, it formed about 200 miles southeast of the Bahamas on August 23, 2005, as a tropical depression. Band of storm clouds began to wrap around the north side of the storm circulation center in the early morning hours of August 24th. There were also winds of about 40 miles per hour. By August 25th, Katrina was a moderate Category 1 hurricane. Impact from the storm. As Katrina made landfall, its front right quadrant, which held the strongest winds, slammed into Gulfport and Biloxi, Mississippi, devastating both of these cities. A large storm surge ranging from 10 to 28 feet devastated coastal areas across southeastern. Sorry, I thought the time ran out. Southeastern Louisiana and coastal Mississippi. Some pictures of Hurricane Katrina from a sky view. All the flooding that took place, more flooding. And here we are. A very important topic to explore is climate change, which